There once was a man named Evan Hale, a 32-year-old who felt like life had quietly slipped out of his hands. He wasn't poor, he wasn't broken, he wasn't defeated. He was simply stuck. Every day looked the same. Wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. He was living inside a routine, not a life. One evening, after a long, disappointing day, Evan sat on a bus staring through the window. The city lights blurred together as he whispered to himself, "There has to be more than this." The bus stopped earlier than usual because of a road issue, so Evan had to walk the rest of the way home. But that night, the path brought him somewhere unexpected. He passed by a small, old abandoned cabin, barely standing, its wood cracked and its windows broken. Something about it made him stop. He stepped inside. Dust floated like memories in the air. And suddenly, he imagined a family living here once, working hard, building dreams, facing storms, but never giving up. Though the cabin was old, it still stood tall. For the first time in years, Evan felt something spark inside him. As he left the cabin, he said softly, "If this broken home can stand after everything, maybe I can too." Further ahead, he came across a bright, modern glass house. Its walls reflected the world like a mirror. Evan walked closer and saw his own reflection, tired eyes, messy hair, and the look of a man who had been carrying silent battles. But then he realized, a glass house may look fragile, but it's built with precision and strength. He thought, maybe I'm not weak. Maybe I'm just transparent. Maybe I need to rebuild myself with clarity and honesty. He kept walking. Next, he discovered a beautiful treehouse built between two ancient oaks. It swayed lightly in the wind. Something about it felt magical. He climbed the small wooden ladder, each step creaking beneath him. At the top, he sat inside the tiny treehouse and looked out at the world from above. Everything looked smaller. His worries, his problems, his fears. A quiet voice inside him whispered, "Sometimes you need a higher perspective to realize your problems aren't as big as they seem." He smiled. For the first time in years, his heart felt lighter. His last stop was a half-finished brick house on the corner of an empty street. Construction tools lay around, and the walls were only halfway built. Evan walked through the open doorway and sat on a stack of bricks. He looked at the unfinished walls and thought, this house isn't complete, but it has unlimited potential. Then something hit him. He wasn't failing. He was simply unfinished. His dreams weren't gone. They were under construction. Every part of his life, every success, every failure, every moment of doubt, were just bricks that hadn't been placed yet. And right there, sitting inside an incomplete home, Evan made a promise to himself. I will not stop building, even if progress is slow. I will shape my life one brick at a time. That night, Evan walked home with a new fire burning in his chest. Nothing around him had changed, but he had changed. His soul had taken a deep breath. He realized a simple but powerful thing. You don't need your life to be perfect to move forward. You just need to take the next step. You just need to keep building. And from that day on, Evan rebuilt his habits, rebuilt his discipline, rebuilt his dreams, and eventually he rebuilt his entire life. Because sometimes all a person needs is to walk through a few homes to remember how to rebuild their own.